In the latest Decision Desk HQ poll, the border is the second biggest problem for U.S. voters, next to inflation. Joining me now, Art Del Cueto, Vice President of the National Border Patrol Council. Sir, nice seeing you again. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So let's start with what the mayor had to say. Mayor Wells, do you agree? Is there low morale at the border? And more importantly, how do we fix it moving forward?
Look, honestly, I grew up on the border, so I've had many friends that are in the agency for many years. I've been out here for over 2 decades, and I've never seen the morale be as low as it is now. And it just comes from the fact that agents they realize that processing is part of the job. The problem is that's all they're doing is processing, and they're aware of groups coming across. They're aware of the gotaways, which is the individuals that are just coming through and just like the word says, getting away. And that's what's even scarier when you start thinking about the border issues. It is so easy to come across right now, run into a border patrol agent, ask for asylum, you get taken in, you're going to get processing. They know they're going to get released. So how bad and how horrible are the intentions of those individuals that are going through, purposely not getting detected and coming through? And that's, I guess, obviously what frustrates the agents is, what are those people, their intentions? And they're coming through, but they're stuck in a processing center. So that's where the morale just comes down, at an all-time low. And
Sure.
At the same time, when they're out there trying to do the job, they realize that, the agency themselves, they don't have their back. I mean, let's face it, for a long time, any single allegation that's made against the agents, you've seen the upper management go after the agents first and foremost. So
Yeah.
that adds to low morale and stress on the job as well.
Yeah, I can't imagine how frustrating this is. Let's dive into the number of illegal migrant encounters. And it's already 7% higher this fiscal year than last year. Art, you know this as well as I do. It's only May. So we're standing at about 1.5 million compared to 2023's 1.4 million. To your point, we're seeing more people coming in. What are some of the major problems plaguing agents as these migrants' number continue to surge month by month?
It would be that. It would be the gotaways. Look, the gotaways is something that a lot of people don't talk about, but realistically, that's where you have to really focus on. That's what's scary. And before, they would have a close to accurate number, I guess you would say, to the gotaways. Now, again, as the agents are stuck in the processing centers, there's not even anyone out there to count the gotaways. So, that's the big frustration. It's the unknown. Who are they? Where are they from? And when you start seeing that you've been apprehending individuals from 168 different countries, then you realize people that are coming through and not getting apprehended are also from 168 different countries. I mean, that's just obvious, right? And that makes it so much more scarier. And again, they're stuck in processing. They hear sensors, they hear the talks, they know, they go out, a couple of days and they see the foot sign on the dirt. So they know groups are coming through and getting away. But who are they and what are their intentions to this country?
Well, the latest polling numbers from Decision Desk HQ shows a large number of voters support shutting down the southern border or building a wall. 27% of Democrats supported the expansion of green card and visa availability. 28% of independents and 45% of Republicans supported shutting down the border entirely. Art, what's the best solution? You're on the ground. What do you think is the best solution for controlling the immigration problem?
Look, it's going to have to be political will and a combination of several things. The wall, we've always talked about the wall, but obviously the wall is not the be-all, end-all if you don't mix it with some type of policies. This administration has shown that. Look, there's areas where there's wall, there's areas where there's opening, and the individuals that are coming across, they're just taking advantage of either side because the cartels are the ones telling them where they're going to cross. And they do that because they realize that current policies, all they have to do is ask for asylum and they'll get released. So you need a combination of several things put together in order to stop this.
Art Del Cueto, we always appreciate the insight, especially with you and your men being on the ground. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.